Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to a brand new season of Channel X. And I am your host, Tom Dog 247. As always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Ooh, baby, all right. And don't forget, Thursdays starts the weekend early. How's it going, everybody? Hope you had a happy, safe New Year. Changing things up a little bit, so it's going to be pretty interesting what I'm going to be doing and everything like that. Fix up the camera there. Gotta get this in there. So changing it up a little bit. So we're gonna focus more on that, not focus more on the chat board and everything like that, and everything. So, and not only that, not dropping any cars off of Mount Chiliad. Not at this moment. But yeah. Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a happy, safe New Year. Hope everybody drank responsibly and everything like that. And this is going to be a very interesting show. And before we get things started, let's do the shout-outs. First off, shout-outs to my good buddy Josh from Absolute Talk with Josh Albert. You could check out his podcast every week on iTunes, the Podbean app. You could download that, or you could check out the absolutetalk.podbean.com. Definitely worth checking out. He has a wonderful podcast. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be shouting him a lot, and that's because he gave me some information about tonight's episode. So, in regards to one of the topics that we have going on. Also, big shout out to everybody to my friends over on Facebook land, Gaming Pros and otherwise, and Gamer Geeks. How you guys doing? I hope you had a happy, safe New Year. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to, and be sure to check out all the fun over there as well. Tom Dog, and let them know that Tom Dog sent ya. Big shout out to my good friend Jen. Why? Because she's just Jen. How you doing, Jen? Hope you're watching. Hope you had a safe and happy New Year and everything. Hope 2019 makes it rocking for you. Why? Because it's just Jen. And a big old shout out to my good friends David and Marissa. How you guys doing? Hope you're all tuning in tonight. Gonna have a lot of fun, as we always do. So, all right. And of course the plugs, not the hair plugs. We all know I don't need them. And if you have not yet subscribed to Loot Crate, you're missing out on some awesome stuff. Actually had last week's top 5 in the list on my stuff here. It happens. Loot Crate. If you have not yet subscribed to Loot Crate, you're missing out on some awesome stuff. Got a nice, wonderful Loot Crate theme coming out in January. Got the binge theme, and it's gonna have some wonderful stuff, especially an item that was supposed to be in the scavenger box, and apparently that didn't show up. So yeah. So it's actually going to be a bonus item in there. So we're going to get more stuff than usual. So an extra added item in there too. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see everything. And of course I'll be doing an unboxing once I get that. So check it out at lootcrate.com, and you can subscribe to your own box today. Also, Funko. If you have not yet subscribed to any of the Funko boxes, subscription boxes, you're also missing out on some awesome stuff as as well. And you definitely don't want to miss out on that because they got some really cool ones from Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty, Disney Treasures, DC Legion of Collectors, and Marvel Collector Core. So you don't want to miss out on those. You can check them out more at Funko.com. They also some other subscription boxes too you should check out. I might do, as I said, I might do one. I might do just one box. For culturefly.com. Definitely, I know I probably did one last year with the Super Mario box that they had. But I might do one. So like a special one. Just to try it out, just to see how it is and everything. But you can check it out, culturefly.com. See what they have and everything. Pretty much test the waters. This way here, I can, see if there's like any themed boxes and everything like that. I can shout it out to you. So, and of course, this episode is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Happy New Year to you guys. You can trade in your old video games and consoles from retro video games, accessories, and systems. You can also trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. You can also trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as wrestling collectibles and autographed items spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. If you happen to live in the Connecticut area and you want to check more about it, there's also a list of events they have going on here, so you definitely don't want to miss out on that. You can check them out on their website for all the directions and events and other details on their website at mjvideogamesandcollectibles.com. And this episode is also brought to you by the She Bean Brewing Company here in Connecticut. They have some wonderful beer choices to check out. And also, while you're at it, support your local brewery as well, too. But also in the meantime, while you're showing your love and support, why don't you check out their check out the website for Connecticut's beer, the She Bean Brewing Company here in Connecticut at shebeanbrewing.com. And you can also check out their social media pages over on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or you can download the Untapped app today. Don't want to miss out on that. Got some wonderful beer and everything like that. I got to pick up some new ones so I can plug their latest concoction. So definitely worth checking out. And it's going to be that time where we get our tax returns. Excuse me. Sorry, Mr. Microphone. That we have our excuse me. Starting to get a little cold there. I've missed out on my flu shot, but I have plenty of time, so I'm kind of slacking on that. Anywho, tax return season is coming along, and if you happen to be in, if you have no plans on May 17th through the 19th, you could check out the East Coast Comic Con at Meadowlands, New Jersey. They have some a wonderful comic book convention going on there. You don't want to miss out on that. It's a really, from what I understand, is a really cool event, and it's pretty big in New Jersey, so you don't want to miss out on that. Unfortunately, I'm in Connecticut, so I'll be going to one of the Connecticut comic book conventions, so I'm definitely going. I've already made up my mind of where I'm going to be going, so check them. But no matter where you go, you might want to check them out. May 17th, 18th, and 19th of this year, for ticket information and list of events that they have going on, you can check them out at eastcoastconusa.com. Definitely don't want to miss out on that. Unfortunately, I'm going to be going. I won't be going there, but it's nice to shout out all the other comic book conventions that are going on, and in the U.S. because, you know, show them love as well too. As well as I'm actually going. I've made my decision where I'm going to be going. I'm going to be using getting my tax. As soon as I get my tax returns, I'm actually going to go to Connecticut, which is a pretty big event in Connecticut. And as soon as I get more information on who's going to be there and everything like that, I know last year I went to Terrificon, had a lot of fun, and I thought about going again this year, but maybe, I don't know. I haven't debated yet. So, but I am definitely going to Connecticut. So, I know that's a definite because I want to test out all the other like the comic book conventions that they have going on here. And this shirt's a little tight today. So, but yeah, I'm definitely checking that out, and plus also as well as for business purposes too. So who knows? I don't even know who's going to be at attendance and everything like that. So all I do know is I think it's going to be in June or July. I think either June or July. I forgot which. I know Terrificon's going to be in August. So, but we'll see. Let me see. So, all right. So, we're here, brand new season, Channel X. Don't be confused by the logo. That's not our official logo. We're just spicing things up here and everything like that, and having a little bit of fun. So, every week we're going to be changing it up a little bit. So, so I figured we just go ahead with this, so that this way I'm not on GTA, and I'm not, launching cars off of Mount Chiliad. I mean, if there is a really cool car that catches my eye, I will, and I happen to buy it, I will launch it off of Mount Chiliad. But that's to be expected. One thing I didn't mention in the one thing I did not mention in the description is that I did not mention plans of what I'm going to be doing here on this channel. X. No. X. X. So, I have to remember left and right. So, or left and right. Camera right. So, I don't know. I'm like all over the place tonight. Anywho, so here's pretty much the rundown of what I'm going to be. I'm going to be working on some new projects, some more original content. Of course, Channel X is still going to be around, obviously. I'm going to put more effort also into Wrestling Prime as well. I know last year we didn't really do anything, even though it is up and running and everything like that. So, we're going to get that rolling off. We're going to get that rolling starting with the Royal Rumble thing. And we're going to cover all the pretty much cover all the big four pay-per-views. So, those are going to be very interesting. And so, pretty much, Wrestling Prime, gonna put a lot, put more effort into doing some more Wrestling Prime episodes, get that off and running, and also, and then of course some extra channels as well, episodes as well too, and then of course, during the month of June, we're still going to continue with the time-honored tradition of we're going to be doing more of the time honored tradition that everybody that's been a staple here on Channel X, and that is the E3 episodes. We had a lot of fun last year, and I actually covered a lot last year, and I plan on doing that again this year, and hopefully there won't be any issues. So I definitely want to focus in on that, and of course that week. But again, and once I get the scheduling on how that's going to be coming up, of course I have to work along that schedule, and that's going to be pretty tough, especially if it's on a day that I have to work. So I have to be I have to be cautious of what I'm going to be doing and everything like that. So but it is going to be very, very interesting what's to be expected. So of course the E3 special E3 week that we have, that's going to continue and everything. So that's going to be really, really good. It's going to be separate to it's not going to be it's not going to be affiliated with this season. So it's going to be its own separate special. So kind of like how we did last year. So we're going to do it that we're going to be doing it that way. And with this with this microphone that I have, which is this right here, I'm going to be testing the waters, so to speak, and I'm thinking about setting up a podcast. So that's basically going to be in this week's comment section at the end of the show. Comment down below. Would you want to see me? Would you be interested in supporting a Channel X podcast? So definitely like to hear your feedback, and of course I'm going to be posting that all over social media as well too. I definitely want to get involved in jump on the podcasting bandwagon as well too, so I can get more publicity going on. And speaking of publicity, so I'm working on a secret project that that's going to involve a certain holiday special that I was supposed to be involved with at the end of last year, which was of course I'm talking about the New Year's Eve specials. I know I did one myself, but there was lack of communication for me not showing up at my old stopping grounds at the studio. But I did get into some touch base with an old friend of mine, and I'm actually going to be helping out on that one. So I can't discuss any more than I've already have. But once it gets closer to December and everything like that, that's when I'll start making it more mention. By the end of the year, I will have more information about that. But all I do know is that I've already made the RSVP, and I already confirmed that there is going to be something happening, and I will be there. So again, once December hits, I will be more than happy to share that with everybody once we come along in December. So it is a definite. What else is going on? I appreciate the amount of subscribers that we've had, and I hope to plan on getting more subscribers within the 2019 season. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for those who subscribed near the end of the by the end of the year to make this channel somewhat watchable. I do appreciate it again from the bottom of my heart, and continue sharing this with your friends who haven't subscribed to it, and if you haven't subscribed to it, do so by face hugging that subscribe button. So, and I'm going to be doing that a lot in this episode too. So, definitely, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing so, and let's make 2019 even memorable as well too. So, definitely don't want to leave anybody out and everything, but definitely it's something worth memorable of seeing and everything. And again, thank you, and let's continue making Channel X, my YouTube channel, a success, so that finally I can get out of not being paid limbo, and and let those YouTube executives know that say, hey, look at this guy Tom Dog, he's crazy on the show. And of course we're going to be doing some more rants and everything like that as Tom Dog plays and everything. We're still going to be doing that. I don't know, I'm thinking about going back to also doing some live streams on Twitch and Mixer, so get some more shows rolling in on some live streams rolling in on there. So I'm pretty much going to be all over the place, and definitely don't, because I've been kind of slacking in that department, especially on the Mixer section, because Mixer I've been kind of not doing anything on Mixer. I know I only did one video. I did one live stream on Mixer, and it's still pretty fun to watch, and you can check it out on the channel, which is my Cuphead live stream. I'm going to go back into that go back to that game later. As far as, and I haven't even finished with the retro replay, and I definitely need to finish that. I've been neglecting retro replay, and I gotta finish that. Off, so I gotta finish that on Twitch. So so I'm gonna be pretty so I am gonna be pretty busy, and I'm gonna be focusing a lot more onto this channel than what I have last year. I had some personal issues last year, which kept me from doing a lot of things, and I couldn't really help that. It's some personal issues that I definitely had to take care of first, because me being a family man, I had to take care of that first. So even though I don't have kids of my own or anything like that, but a lot of other personal issues that was going on at the time, and I definitely had to take care of that first. So that was definitely more important, because obviously I'm not getting paid on this channel, and I do want to get paid on this channel. It's just that need all the love and support that I can, pretty much. So I think but again, thank you guys thank you everybody from the bottom of my heart for at least watching, and for subscribing to my YouTube channel. So it is very, very well appreciated for this. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let's get started with our latest topics. And apparently, so my buddy Josh, who does the Absolute Talk podcast, sent me this link, and let's see, where is it? Okay, here we go. So this information is coming from ESPN.com. Because there was actually a game just a little while ago. It was the Spurs against the Raptors, and Kawhi Leonard was relentlessly booed by Spurs fans, and this was, of course, a home game on San Antonio, and so for one night at least, the Spurs won the Kawhi Leonard trade. In his first game back in San Antonio since being traded to the Toronto Raptors last summer, Leonard and the Raptors were routed by the Spurs as San Antonio beat Toronto 125-107 in a game that was even less competitive than the final score indicated. When the game was over, Leonard had a long hug and conversation with former coach Greg Popovich at center court. Popovich began talking to Leonard, then told television cameras to get away from them, and the two moved closer to San Antonio's bench. After continuing to talk for a couple of minutes, Leonard then spoke with Spurs shooting coach Chip England. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. In addition to several former teammates before leaving the court. Leonard, who led Toronto 28-12 with 21 points on 8 for 13 shooting to go. 8 for 13 shooting to go with 5 assists, was loudly booed as soon as he stepped onto the court for pregame warm-ups, again during his introductions, and at any point throughout the game when he had the ball in his hands. Those were the only times the fans at AT&T Center had anything bad to say about the proceedings. However, as San Antonio, which has now won 11 of its last 14 games, demolished Toronto, which entered the game with more wins than any other NBA team. So that's not bad. Not bad. And this is all coming from ESPN.com, of course. So, and of course, but Leonard was pretty much booed, and that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. Was Leonard? It was about Kawhi Leonard. Now, I'm sorry, but things happen. Okay, trades happen all the time. I mean, we've all seen this. We've all seen this happen. We've all seen this happen with a lot of great players. Whether it's Michael Jordan or, I mean, even though when he, retired from the Bulls, he came out of retirement and played for the Warriors for a while. And, or was it the Wizards? I forgot which. So he played for them, and that he was coaching. He came out of retirement to coach them and everything. So to play ball with them, and I thought that was really cool. And then later on, he came back to the Bulls. And won some more. And won more for them and everything. So it was pretty interesting to see that. Of course there were some boos then, but it wasn't as bad. Especially with LeBron, whenever LeBron James is off to another team, he gets booed. He gets booed a lot, but at the same time, at the end of the game, they're cheering him and everything like that. So that's actually pretty cool, But throughout the whole game, and I mean, come on, I mean, this guy's a really talented basketball player, I'm sure, and he's his record stands for himself, and yeah, I can understand that he didn't want to be traded. he didn't want to, he didn't want to be traded, but it was so, there probably was some misunderstanding and everything like that. But I'm glad that cool heads prevailed and everything like that. So I am really glad about that. Jordan was a Wizards. Okay, thank you, Josh. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, it's because I get those W's mixed up. um, but anyways, but good players like that. I mean, come on. I mean, I can, I would understand. I would understand if like if it was if that was a lousy ball player. I mean, I would understand. I would understand that if he was like a lousy basketball player and everything like that, and he wasn't worth getting a chair and everything, and he was I can understand. It's like, hey, at least he shows up every game. He shows up at every game, and I mean, yeah, he sucks, but what can I say? I was like, but boo on him for going to another team. I'm just saying. I mean, I can understand that, but it really is. But everything's going to be fine. I mean, it was nice that they were able to exchange pleasantries at the end of the game, which I thought that was a class act, and I thought that was really cool. So who knows? Maybe there's maybe if there was some misunderstanding, which I'm sure there probably was, maybe at maybe he may come back. But again, I don't, I can't speculate, because number one, I'm not a Raptors fan, nor am I a Spurs fan. I'm a Bulls fan. So, lots of love to Chicago out there and everything. But it's like I said, it is what it is, as we always say over here. It is what it is. But, but I am glad that it was a really good game and everything. And everything. So, what the hell am I doing? I'm like botching everything up. There we go. I'm just like Captain Botch over here. I'm just a punk botch. But anyways. Oh, man. So, what the hell? There was some stuff I wanted to tweet out, and that I want to see what's going on in the world of Twitter. His eyes looking at porn. Oh, did I say that out loud? Kidding. Or am I? So yeah. It's not a good day to be 76 years old. Within 24 hours, we lost 3 celebrities. We lost Super Dave Osborne, Bob Einstein. He was 76 years old. He passed away yesterday. The captain from from the legendary band, the Captain and Tennille, the guy who was the captain, he passed away at age 76. And for you wrestling fans out there, Mean Gene Okerlund also passed away at age 76 years old. And all 3 of those died within hours apart from each other. And at age 76, that was pretty scary. And But again, it is really sad to see that it is sad to see that happen. It came to a shock towards everybody. It really did. It was really shocking to everybody. And also, Scottish comedian Billy Connolly is not doing too well either. He's battling Parkinson's right now, and he opened up to an interview that he had on the BBC network, on the BBC, that he's trying all he can, but he said that he doesn't have anything left in him. So I mean, that really is sad, because Billy Connolly is a really good comedian and actor and everything. So, but I really do wish him nothing but the best and everything. But fight that good fight and everything. And the captain from Captain and Tennille, Bob Einstein, who was also on Curb Your Enthusiasm, by the way, which I just known about it just now. Because I honestly never saw the show, but I've heard of it and everything, and with Larry David and everything, and it's pretty it was a very good show from what from what I've been hearing and everything. And I heard that the cast that they may reunite for a movie. It's still in the works, but who knows? It hasn't been confirmed yet, but it is a rumor floating around right now. It's been a rumor about that for a long time now, for Curb Your Enthusiasm. And but yeah, Bob Einstein is he was on that show. And of course, I more famously know him for being Super Dave Osborne, which was a comedian stuntman who was satiring Evel Knievel at that time, when Evel Knievel was very famous in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s. And Super Dave was really hilarious and everything. And I actually watched an old video on YouTube, some old bits of Johnny Carson, which was another fan of mine. Sometimes I would sneak up late at night just to watch a show. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching. And there was one clip that I saw of when he was a guest on Carson, and they showed a little video. They showed a little video of him training Evander Holyfield, help Evander Holyfield with his for his fight with Mike Tyson. And I think this was the first one before, like the first meeting, not the second one where his ear got bitten off. But it was a very funny clip, and if you ever get to see that that video on Johnny Carson, definitely worth seeing. It was very, very hilarious, and I actually did enjoy the the Super Dave movie that was also around. So something that the Nostalgia Critics should review, because it will be very interesting to see that review. If the Nostalgia Critic is watching, I always shout him out on his channel. I always shout him out, everything like that. I just as a matter of fact, I just commented on his on his latest review, and it was actually really cool. And they actually got a like back, so that was actually really cool. So, so yeah, pitching an idea for him. So, the Super Dave movie. That's actually a guilty pleasure of mine. That movie was a guilty pleasure, and I actually did enjoy that. But yeah, Super Dave Osborne. I'm not familiar with the Captain and Tennille, except for that one song, which is "Love That Brings Us Together." That's actually a nice song. I actually like that song. And I hear that song constantly, and that's the only song I know. But yeah, the captain from Captain and Tennille, passed away as well too, and Mean Gene Okerlund. So all three of those guys are going into the Channel X Hall of Fame. So, quick moment of silence for them, and all right. Gonna miss you guys. You guys, really great. And but it really is shocking. It really is shocking that all three died on the same day and were all the same age. And that's scary because that's actually a really, that's got to be a scary number to follow. I'm 76 years old. I hate to be anybody who's 76 years old. So, I don't know. Is Donald Trump 76 years old this year? Going to be 76 this year? I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that, but I don't give a fuck. So, but anyways, before this episode comes to a close, we got the Channel X Top 5, and why only 5? Well, as I said earlier, I'm not getting paid for this shit. And I wish I was. So, I was supposed to write something down for like the top 5 predictions for 2019, which I do every beginning of the year, but I'll save that for next week because I'm still working on it. So, in the meantime, I know we're gonna do the game against downtime. I know. It sucks, I know. But I love it. But you could actually pick up your own deck at Paisler.com, which is this right here. You can check out that website. I don't know if you can see that. It's a lot better than usual. But yeah, Paisler.com. So what it is, I pick a card from the black deck right here, and then I pick the top 5 from this deck right here. So we shall see what this one consists of. So in this one, the subject is, that's right, I burned down the data center. How, you ask? With blank. So the top 5 things I burned down the data center with. So what did I burn? What did I use to burn down the data center? So there we go. Coming in at number 5. That's right, I burned down the data center. How, you ask? With flying Pop-Tart rainbow cat badges. Number 4. That's right, I burned down the data center. How, you ask? With a desktop computer with a turbo button. That sounds actually kind of probable. That sounds kind of possible right there. Plausible, I mean. Number 3. That's right, I burned down the data center. How, you ask? With your mom's password. Ouch. That sounds like a mama's joke right there. Your mom's password. Number 2, or as I like to say in my cable access days, numero dos. That's right. I burned down the data center. How, you ask? With trolls. Yeah, they burn kind of. They're able to burn kind of easy. And coming in at number 1, that's right. I burned down the data center. How, you ask? With Janice in HR, who needs 3 4K monitors. Wow. That was actually kind of harsh. Damn. Janice is an accomplice from HR. She's pissed. Don't piss off Janice from HR. Otherwise, she'll burn your data center down too. And that was my top 5. Top 5. Top 5. Don't mess with Janice or you'll never survive. 2 in the top 5. So, alright. Well, this is probably a relatively short episode. Because I really don't have anything else to talk about. And, well, let's see. Let's look at the chat board. No, I'm not a noob. But hi anyways. Adita. And thank you for the shot. Thank you for the thumbnail. Shout out to you, Bird Doge. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So anyways, this episode is going to come to a close, and had a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to let's hear for a great season for 2019. Follow me on Twitter at TomDog247, and if you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. You can check it out. Thumbs up the video if you like it. Comment down below. Should I do a podcast video, a podcast somewhere down the line, and leave a comment down there. Ringy dingy that bell so you can stay notified of what I'm going to be doing next, and more importantly, more than anything in the world, and I would love you for it, and that is face hug that subscribe button. So we will see you all again here next week, same Tom Dog time, same Tom Dog channel X, and we will see you then. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace.